Happy Friday, everybody. Nick Menken back here with Splash Sports. Today is August 23rd, 2024. I have a little recap for you yesterday. Not one that I like, but we had a losing day. We went 1-2 again. That's back-to-back losing days. Ever since the All-Star break, we've been a little inconsistent, but stick with me. We are going to finish out this MLB season strong. We got a new slate of games, new series of games, and a full slate here on Friday. So let's get right into it. Remember, on this show, all we care about is the first 6 outs of the ball game. Plain and simple. A NRFI means no runs first inning, while YRFI means yes runs first inning. But before I get into those plays, be sure to smash that like button for me and subscribe to my YouTube channel and toggle on that notification button. That way, every time I drop another play, you guys will be notified right away. All right, let's take a look at Friday's games. Let's get off to a hot start for this weekend. I love the series here, and I'm going to dive right into it right now in game number 1. We got the St. Louis Cardinals taking on the Minnesota Twins here. For the St. Louis Cardinals, they have Andre Palante on the mound. He's 5-6 on the season, 79 innings of work, does have an ERA just over 4. Sitting at a 4.07 here, 60 strikeouts and 36 earned runs here for Andre. He'll be matched up here in Minnesota versus David Fiesta. He is 2-2 on the season, 32 innings of work, does have an ERA sitting just under 5 at a 4.96 here, 39 strikeouts and 18 earned runs. Palante picked up win number 5 on the season in his last performance against the Los Angeles Dodgers. Looked very impressive, went 7 innings of work, 4 hits, and 2 earned runs in that one. Fiesta, on the other hand, hasn't picked up a win or a loss in his last 3 games, last being against the Texas Rangers, where he went 5 innings of work, 6 hits, and 2 earned runs. But let me tell you a statistic, especially on the NRFI with both of these pitchers. They've been very, very good. David Fiesta, his NRFI record is currently this season 7-0. Andre Palante, his NRFI record this season is 9-1 on the season. That is a combined 16-1 with both pitchers here. I'm not going against the statistics here. I'm going to keep it plain and simple. I know that the St. Louis Cardinals team, they played yesterday. They travel in here to Minnesota. Minnesota got the day off, but I still think both of these pitchers, given their NRFI record on the season, that stat is just something I can't bypass. So that's why in game number 1, between the St. Louis Cardinals and the Minnesota Twins, we are smacking the NRFI. No runs first inning. Let's roll into game number 2 between the San Francisco Giants and the Seattle Mariners. Here for the San Francisco Giants, they have Hayden Birdsong on the mound. He's 3-3 with 41 innings of work, does have an ERA just over 5, sitting at a 5.01. 49 strikeouts and 23 earned runs. For the Seattle Mariners, they'll have Luis Castillo on the mound. He's 10-12 on the season, 153 innings of work, does have an ERA sitting at a 3.51 here, 154 strikeouts. He's averaging here a strikeout here per inning and 60 earned runs for Castillo. Birdsong picked up his 3rd loss, though, in his last start against the Oakland Athletics, going 4.2 innings of work, 3 hits, and 1 earned run. Luis Castillo, on the other hand, picked up a loss as well. His 12th loss of the season versus the Pittsburgh Pirates, going 5.1 innings of work, 5 hits, and 4 earned runs. Both of these teams have been struggling as of late. You look at the Mariners, they are 2-8 in their last 10 games, while the San Francisco Giants are 4-6 in their last 10 games. The Seattle Mariners are coming in 27th in runs per game offensively, while on the other hand, their pitching rotation, their starting pitching, currently 1st in all of MLB in ERA. This has been their problem all year long. The bats for the Seattle Mariners just can't get it going, while this pitching staff continues to carry them through and throughout the season here. I think the San Francisco Giants will be a little sluggish on the offensive side, especially with the Seattle Mariners' Luis Castillo, and I'm not worried about this Mariners scoring here on Hayden Birdsong in the 1st inning, just because you look at the track record, it hasn't been good whatsoever. That's why in game number 2, between the San Francisco Giants and the Seattle Mariners, we are also smacking the NRFI. No runs first inning. Throwing our 3rd and final game between the Colorado Rockies taking on the New York Yankees. Here for the Colorado Rockies, they got Kyle Freeland on the mound. He's 3-5, 72 innings of work. Does have a high end of an ERA, just under 6, at a 5.97 here. 59 strikeouts and 48 earned runs for Freeland on the season. He'll be matched up here in the Bronx versus Carlos Rodon. 13-8 on the season, 134 innings of work, does have an ERA, sitting at a 4.34, 148 strikeouts. He is averaging over a strikeout here per inning in 65 earned runs for Carlos Rodon. Rodon picked up a loss, though, in his last start against the Detroit Tigers, where he only went 3.1 innings of work, 7 hits, and 4 earned runs. He is pitching back here at home, where he tends to have a lot more success. He was on the road when he pitched against the Detroit Tigers. And then Kyle Freeland. Freeland picked up his loss in his last performance there against the Padres, where he went 5 innings of work, 8 hits, and 5 earned runs. So far this season, he has a record of 2-4 with an ERA of 8.23 in the last 7 road starts. In 9 out of 14 games this season, including the last 2, he has only struck out 4 batters there in each ball game. 4 or less, I should say, in those 14 games. That is just below expectations for Kyle Freeland. He's not doing good whatsoever. You're versing a powerful lineup here in the New York Yankees, especially with the short porch and right. I absolutely love these New York Yankees to bounce all over Kyle Freeland here in the bottom of the first. That's why in game number 3 between the Rockies and the Yankees, we are smacking the YRFI. Yes, runs, first inning. Let's take a recap of the games I've selected for you today. Game number 1 between the St. Louis Cardinals and the Minnesota Twins, we're smacking the NRFI. Game number 2 between the San Francisco Giants and the Seattle Mariners, we're also smacking the NRFI. No runs, first inning. In our third and final game between the Colorado Rockies and the New York Yankees, we are smacking the YRFI. Yes, runs, first inning. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is Nick Menken with Splash Sports. If you have not done so, smack that like button for me. It helps me out a ton, and it costs you guys none. And make sure to go follow me over on X at Nick Menken for any type of update. We got college football rolling around. I will definitely be throwing out a college football play or 2 this week to open it up. And in 2 weeks, we will have an NFL show here on Splash Sports. Best of luck and best bets.